welcome everybody.
Oh, it's closed.
Yeah, yeah, welcome everybody who's fighting for. Welcome everybody who's fighting and care about injustice. I'm from an organisation called JENGBA, which stands for Joint Enterprise Not Guilty by Association. It's in England right here that we are jailing innocent people for crimes they did not commit. I've been involved because when my son was 15 years old, he was arrested and jailed for life in prison for a stab wound that he did not commit. Only to find that in the prisons there are hundreds and hundreds of children that are being warehoused into the prisons under the code name gangs. You know, even though they have never had a criminal record or it was not at the scene like in my son's case, where sadly a fatality took place with a schoolboy fight when he was coming home from school. He managed to get away, but under this law, doctrine, I should say, joint enterprise, it means that even though you're not the actual person who stroked the blow or was even at the scene, it means that you're associated with the person in some way. So therefore you get the same life sentence for fatality that you did not commit. I'm still quite traumatized by the whole thing because it's been 6.5 years now, and I'm happy that I found people who have the same mindset as mine, knowing that it is a complete wrong thing that is happening in this country and it needs to be exposed. And so that is where our aim is, to expose it, to inform people of what is happening right here in London. And the same conditions what you're finding in American prisons, solitary confinement for children, suicides, abuse, this is exactly what is happening here, and it's not being spoken about. And so that's what our campaign is. One of the cases that still astounds me, there's a blind boy who was only 15 as well, who was at a scene of a spontaneous fight, and then he gets a life sentence for stab wound, not for kick, sorry, that he did not, a fatal kick that he did not commit. So right now we want to have this doctrine abolished, because when the ordinary person gets to find out what is going on, it's something that can happen to anyone. It could be your brother, your sister, your uncle, your father, your child, like in my case, that could be affected in this way. And so my heart goes out to all those who are in the prisons, wrongfully especially, because it's a human right issue that needs to be looked at urgently. And it's an emergency because we're talking about lives, being taken away, especially the innocent, and like I said, because we're talking about innocent people, we're just saying who's next. If we go to the courts, the crown courts, the big high courts, the appeal courts, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. You don't only have to take my word for it, but most of us are wrapped up in our everyday work and quite busy because we need the money. So this kind of a situation goes unnoticed. But I'm just contributing in my way to share my experiences of what is happening, and it's not being reported in the same way that I'm telling you. Okay, thanks for your time and hearing.
Okay, thank you, JENGBA. Yes, we have our sister from Sri Lanka would like to speak. Okay.
Thank you. Beneath all these placards, banners, spoken words, and the unspoken words in your heads and hearts, there is one common thing. We need peace and prosperity for the whole mankind.
Yeah.
How can we achieve that? We can have it only if we have justice and and equality for all, everyone and all around the world, north or south, east or west, up or down, left or right, everyone must have justice. May I quickly say something about Sri Lanka? Thousands of Tamil youths have been rounded up and in prison without charges, without trials, among convicts for up to 10-15 years. Some of them have never been taken to a court. Last December alone, 45 students who are just remembering the dead were taken up, and they are not to be seen. They are somewhere hidden away, and they have never seen the court, and they are going to be counseled for what remembering the dead. You know what it means by counseling, right? The torture, mental torture, right? Besides that, hundreds of thousands of people who were massacred in 2009. After that, in the last 4 or 5 years, the people in the north are literally under the boots of the army, and Prime Minister Cameron is going to go to Chogum in Sri Lanka, that is the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Sri Lanka in November. Though the Foreign Affairs Committee said he must lay conditions before or if he goes there. But he is refusing to lay down conditions, but he is going to go there to support the Rajapaksas. Thank you.
Thank you very much.